have more on that in just a moment because actually the Indians also going back to full capacity at Progressive Field. But we start today because today is the day that Matt has been telling us about. Ooh, rainy, rainy, rainy. Matt, when can we escape it?
Yeah, well, speaking of the Indians, we were talking with them this morning. Austin, you've been talking with them too. They're watching that rain. Remember, they had some crazy rain and wind, last week, and so they're not wanting that. But today it's just light rain, I think, and so we're watching that for all of Northeast Ohio. And then it will pick up a little bit later this afternoon and evening. I think we could get about a half inch of rain. We're about 5 inches short for the year, so we could probably use the rain. And then another half inch tomorrow. So the next 2 days are rainy, cool, 70s. And then we go back to some 80s and maybe 90s towards the weekend. Big summer-like heat is coming. So we just got to get past these 2 days, and then things really start warming up.
Oh, and Mo was talking about she needs to get her sunscreen ready.
Right.
Open that pool. Oh, open the pool.
I know, with that pool, it's almost ready.
Well, thank you so much, Matt, for that. And remember, you can always check out the forecast on WKYC.com. And so, Austin, you've been on this story all morning long about the COVID health restrictions being lifted. What has changed for all of us here in Ohio today?
Yeah, so officially, COVID restrictions have been lifted in Ohio, and on paper, so it's social distancing guidelines have been removed. The capacity restrictions have been removed as well for indoor and outdoor events. And the mask mandate has also been taken out of play as well. So that is on paper. And what is health officials are warning people too is just that it's not just going to be what they suspect, and probably is very true, is that we've been living in this COVID world for the past year. So people have been, used to living this way and have become more cautious. So just warning people to just still have respect for people that may or may not be comfortable, going out. So maintain the fist bumps and maybe a few awkward situations of people, maybe they don't want to be hugged quite yet. So keep that in mind too. And also keep in mind that restaurants, businesses, if they want to, they can keep that COVID-19 restrictions as well. So make sure you always have a mask handy. I just throw one in my back pocket. I was telling you yesterday, I got in trouble the other day when I went to church and I was like, oh no, I do not have a mask. I need to grab a mask still. So reminder that places can still have COVID-19 restrictions in place, even if you don't agree with it. It's their own decision. You have the choice not to go there, regardless. So also, we're at the Indians game today, and these guys are not in play anymore. So the cardboard cutouts, like the little Dave right here, are not in play anymore. They were swapping them out for the real people. It was starting.
He doesn't look so little next to you. He doesn't look so little. There.
Where's yours, Austin?
Right here.
It didn't fit in the car.
Yeah, hardly. Like mine is like double the size. I love it.
Yeah, we're wearing the same tie.
Yeah, yeah, Dave. I think you wear this outfit a lot, of what I've come to find out, because this is also the picture I think that is in your that's in my living room as well.
This is the
same picture. I think that it's the same picture, Austin.
It is the same picture, Austin.
Yeah,
a great picture.
So don't try to call Dave out there.
I know.
No.
Thank you, Danielle.
Absolutely. Yeah. So they are going to be now at full capacity starting today, and they just have like one more game left in this homestand. So they're playing the White Sox tonight, and it may or may not be a little bit rainy, but they are officially doing that. But then they're on June 11th. I already got my tickets. They're doing a opening day 2.0 type of deal where they're going to be having dollar dogs and just really kind of celebrating the reopening of this as well. So take a look at that. I forgot who they're playing on June 11th. Dave, do you remember? Not the Blue Jays. They already played the Blue Jays, but maybe the Tigers.
I'll get that for you. Hold on.
But regardless, go grab some tickets. They're trying to sell out the stadium because it's the first time besides today that they can be at full capacity. So it's going to be a lot of fun homestand June 11th. Take a look at that. But it's good it kind of feels like we're doing something a little illegal, having full capacity, because it was illegal before, and now it's not.
Seattle, by the way.
Seattle. Okay, yeah, they're playing the Mariners. Hopefully a big W. The Indians are playing well right now, so yeah, I'm excited. This is pretty cool. But yeah, it's also going to be a little bit. Maureen said it earlier today, a little bit of a gray area right now, just because on paper it says all restrictions are lifted, but then you still have people's habits of the past year and their moods toward as well. So make sure you're just being respectful of everyone. But hey, we're going right in the right direction, guys. Remember where we were last year? It's crazy. Baseball wasn't even being played this time last year. So it's great how far we've come.
And also remember that the nursing homes too, as well, they still have that mask. So that
Yeah.
does not apply, to them in those care facilities. So you will still need to wear a mask. And they're still encouraging people who are unvaccinated to, stay to do those protocols and social distance and wear masks. But again, they're not going to be enforcing it, but it's recommended if you are not fully vaccinated to do that. So Austin, a big question. What are you going to do with those cutouts now that they're no longer needed at Progressive Field?
Oh boy.
I mean, we're going to go out to dinner. We're going to get some drinks. Dave will be with me on every live shot now, just me and little Dave hanging around. And we're gonna have. I've been making plans, but nothing really concrete at this point. But I mean, with COVID restrictions being lifted, the world is our oyster, ladies and gentlemen, and we're ready to bite on in. So we're excited, and little Dave here is gonna come to a new home. He's gonna go check out my apartment instead of being at Progressive Field. And he was also in Curtis Danberg's office for the past 8 months, something like that, 6 months. So
Austin,
do you guys
a little bit weird about this? Is your girlfriend okay with this? Is this approved? Have this been approved?
Yeah, no, it's nothing
girlfriend day.
romantic. It's just a good bromance, So there's nothing that Allison really has to be worried about. But just, guys being dudes being cardboard cutouts. So that's kind
do
of
you
the
guys
motto.
remember Flat Stanley? This was before I had kids. Do you remember the Flat Stanley thing at
Is
school?
that SNL?
Yeah,
Oh, no,
I remember those.
No.
I remember
It
those.
was like kids at school would get like it was like a cutout of a man, and it was called
Yep.
Flat Stanley. Because I got sent a few here at the station of like, hey, can you, take a picture of our Flat Stanley, like at the anchor desk or something. And so it would be like, it's basically a mini cutout. I mean, it would just be paper, and Flat Stanley had to travel places, and it was like, how far would your Flat Stanley go? I feel like with reopening Ohio, Austin,
We could do
I feel
Flat
like
Dave.
this is a series. Like,
Yeah,
Flat Dave
Okay.
needs to
Oh,
go.
thanks.
to
Dave,
all
how
the
do you
places.
feel about that?
Flat
The
Dave.
Flat Dave.
Yep. And also
Flat
notice
Dave.
this is the proof that it's been outside. There's some bird poop right there. Yep, we're gonna keep
I'm
that on.
serious. I
People
feel
are
like
eating their breakfast. Oh,
feel
thank
like
I think this is a
Austin and Dave.
TikTok, Instagram series type deal.
Cardboard Dave and Austin should be going and checking out all the places that are reopening, and
There's
maybe
your
check out-
series.
That's a great idea,
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
Mo. I'm like,
That's a golden ticket idea, Mo.
thumbs up
There you
on
go.
that one.
Done.
So we have a
just planned
question.
Your summer.
Yeah, we have a question on social media asking, will you continue wearing a mask now that the restrictions have been lifted? The comment of the day comes from George, and he says yes, but only because I'm ugly.
You know what? I ran into this situation yesterday too, because I had to take my personal computer to the Apple store. I needed the
Oh.
Genius bar. I needed a genius in my
Yes.
life. And I was walking through Crocker Park, Austin. Oh, hey.
Thanks for giving me a call.
I know. Well, I had two little ones with me. And so my 5-year-old, she just automatically wears a mask. She's not vaccinated.
Right.
So she's wearing her mask, and she asked me, she's like, well, where's your mask, Mom? And I said, well, I got the shot, so I don't have to wear it. And then I was like, oh, I probably should wear it to set a good example. And then I get to Apple, and they're like, nobody's allowed without a mask. So like I had to have my mask. That's an example of the businesses. So, I mean, there was a moment there where I didn't have to wear one walking around the Crocker Park, but my daughter was asking me, why am I not wearing one? And she's a little too young to understand, like, you have to wear one and I don't. So like I opted to wear one to show solidarity with her, and then we were required. So
That's a good
those are-
point.
Yeah.
When
yeah.
it comes to
A
kids.
lot of things to dive into there. Great point made by Maureen. Also, the headache of going to the Apple store. That is, oh boy, how long did you have to wait? And also, don't worry about calling Austin, because he's his own best friend, as we learned this morning.
Right.
So he was busy
Yeah.
with himself and his
I
cardboard.
mean,
cutout.
I still like other friends though too. I just have a best friend.
I know we could have done some, what is it? Tacos, some three guy. What is the Three palms.
Yeah, no, Condado. Condado's
Condado,
yeah.
right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Austin's gonna open up his own joint. One guy taco.
Yeah.
One guy. and
One
two
guy
flats.
in a cardboard cutout.
Flat Dave's. He's opening Flat Dave's
Flat
pizza.
Dave.
And
Yeah,
people are
like
like,
Flat Dave's.
why is this food so bland? Well, it kind of tastes like cardboard. Well, that's kind of the marketing
Oh,
behind it.
can we have
so,
some
you know.
live?
And
Yeah,
on that note,
That's how,
Right.
Dave. That's how you can, make the excuse for your burgers not being as good as mine.
Oh,
Is to
boy,
be,
here we go, bringing that for those who are watching, like, what is Austin talking about? Austin took on Dave for a burger cook-off, and Austin did win. Dave wants a rematch, so we shall schedule that.
I think it's the
sometime.
only thing he's beaten me in is that, and I think he cheated. No, I don't think he did cheat.
Uh-oh.
That's right.
Okay, Dave, we
got all
don't
his
have enough
ingredients
time. We
from-
don't have enough time. We're getting a wrap from the directors.
Boy, that
Well,
brings
thank
up
you
bad
so
memories.
much for this on the go, for joining us for this on the go post show. We'll see you tomorrow morning starting at 4:30 on Go. Have a great day.